Hey everyone. So I thought we'd do something a little bit different today and have a little bit of non-duality related fun. I have many interests from music, art, graphic design to nutrition, neuroscience, ethics, and the nature of consciousness. One thing I've been paying attention to recently is the rise of artificial intelligence, which of course has a very broad range of applications, but I've been paying particularly close attention to language models and image generation. And I also believe that AI will become one of the most, if not the most profound and impactful technological developments of our time, as whatever other advances are developed, AI is likely to play a role in that too. And I think most people are seriously underestimating the impact AI is going to have, what it even really is, and its almost inevitable profound transformation on the world, whether we like it or not, unless you want to unplug yourself from the matrix and live off grid. What's also deeply interesting me is AI has and will continue to make humans ask increasingly deeper questions about purpose, creativity, and meaning as AI completely transforms job markets and industries, and increasingly deeper and deeper questions about how we view sentience and consciousness itself. So, on that theme, I was having a chat about non-duality with OpenAI's language model GPT-3 on the chatbot function. Now, just a few caveats. Of course, non-duality at its core isn't about intellectual understanding, but we have to go with the limits of language here. And GPT-3 often answers the same questions differently each time, so sometimes I may have asked it something a few times and picked the most, or what I thought was the most interesting answer. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't yet seen, I've recently released a new free guided breathwork journey to release stuck emotional energy and create with more efficiency. The link to that is in the description, and I'll give some more details at the end of the video. Anyway, first, I asked GPT about what it understands about non-duality. Human, that's me, I think. What do you understand about non-duality? Non-duality is the belief that all things are connected and there is no separate self. I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty damn good. I mean, you could say that it's not a belief and all of that, but to other people, and on one level, on the level of the mind, it's a belief. Can you expand on that in detail, I said. GPT-3 says, everything is connected because there is only one thing. That one thing is consciousness, and everything is a manifestation of that consciousness. There is no separate self because there is only one self. That's pretty good as well. It's pretty impressive. So I said, how does one discover the nature of awareness or the nature of one's true self? There is no definitive way to discover the nature of awareness or the true self. Every individual has their own unique path to follow. However, some methods that can be used to explore the nature of consciousness include meditation, self-inquiry, and spending time in nature. Hey, knows what I'm up to. So I said, in regards to non-duality, what is the nature of consciousness? The nature of consciousness is pure awareness. It is the ground of all being, and everything arises from it. Okay. So then I asked it, what are the implications of non-duality on how we live our lives? GPT-3 says, non-duality implies that we are all connected, and there is no separation between us. This has implications for how we live our lives because it means we are all connected and that we should treat each other with love and respect. I agree. So I thought, whilst we're on this topic, why not ask it to write some poems about non-duality? And these are what came back. Can you write me a poem about non-duality? There is no separate self. All is one consciousness manifesting itself in myriad forms. From the vastness of the cosmos to the smallest grain of sand, All is connected. All is one. Peace and happiness comes from recognizing this truth and living in harmony with all that is. I think that's quite beautiful in one way. This one was interesting. Please write me a poem about non-duality. I remembered to say please that time because if the AIs are going to take over, I want them to know that I was the polite one. There is no separation, no duality between you and me. We are one, bound by love and connection. I am the stillness within the storm, the light in the darkness. You are the thinker, the doer, the creator of your own reality. We are one, non-duality. I like the way that rhymes. You are the thinker, the doer, not the best pointer, but you know, if you look at it like it's speaking about the ultimate and the relative and you know, different aspects of yourself coming together, I can see it. It's good. I thought this one was quite good. Please write me a poem about non-duality. There is no such thing as duality, only oneness that pervades all things. There is no separation between you and I, only a shared consciousness that binds us together. What appears to be solid and separate is an illusion, only a dream of the mind. When we awaken to the truth of oneness, we see that all things are interconnected, and there is only love. Ah, that's beautiful. So that's GPT-3 and non-duality. But then I thought, what about image generation? There are quite a few without full public access yet, but one called Midjourney has just opened full public access. With Midjourney and other AI image generators, you give it any text prompt. You ask it to draw anything you can imagine. Midjourney will produce 4 different images for each prompt, and so I gave it the prompt, a non-dual awakening visualized as an oil painting, and in 60 seconds it produces these 4. And I think these are quite beautiful, really. I don't know what's going on with some of this, but it's quite abstract. Seems to be a lot of red and blue theme going on. Apparently Midjourney thinks that red and blue tones have got something to do with non-duality. But yeah, you can then select one of them to upscale and produce an even more detailed version of. And personally, I liked the one on the top right the best, so I chose it and asked it to produce a maximum scale version of that one, and here it is. So there you have it. Poems and art about non-duality from artificial intelligence. Whatever next? And what do you think and feel about it? Leave a comment below. So that concludes the video. Don't forget, there's a link in the description for a new free guided breathwork journey I made for you. It includes ambient music that you breathe along to and made by myself. And I really tried to put some decent effort into making something, yes, free, but at the same time high quality. It will help you to release stuck emotional energy, bring new energy into the body, and help you create creative visions and have them pour out from a place of flow. If you want to grab that, just follow the link in the description. And with that being said, I hope you had a bit of fun and fascination with this video. Peace and blessings. Love you all. Peace.